Good, happy Thursday, Preservation Thursday. Welcome. June 8th, about 9:15 on the West Coast out here. Clouds and sun, a little cooler today than normal out there, folks. But all in all, it's going to be a good day. Hey, got some interesting news from the Department of Labor in regards to employee independent contractor. I'm going to read a section here. It doesn't really change a lot. It changes some rules as far as joint employer things. In a statement announcing the decision, the Department of Labor said the removal of the administrator's interpretations does not change. Remember that. Does not change employers' legal responsibilities under the Fair Labor Standard Acts and the Migrant and Seasonal Agriculture Workers Protection Act, with the agency saying it will continue to fully and fairly enforce all laws within its jurisdiction. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Department of Labor, California federal courts have already said you're an employee, and the Department of Labor is going to enforce the laws. So, about 2 years ago, they came out, they went from like a 10, 11 point thing to, it comes out to like 21 issues they look at now. And remember this, if you're an employer, and I'm going to pick on my favorite cutie pie in the industry, Kim Savage. She is a true independent contractor. She holds I think a general. She holds some licensing and stuff. But it's Women at Work Incorporated. And she actually hires subcontractors, but she also has employees that she pays. Okay? You can do both as an independent contractor, as a contractor, if you're properly licensed. And I cannot stress this enough. Properly licensed. I see everybody right now recruiting again. Names of companies we've never heard before. You do the due diligence and find out if they're properly licensed. And this is why. If they're not properly licensed and something happens, of course, subject matter jurisdiction in this industry is where the work is completed, not where the company is located, because many of the companies are located at a P.O. box with a bedroom for a physical address. In the case of, I don't know, what the heck was that guy's name there with Market Ready and Purdy? They're all tied together somehow. There's some kind of menage a trois business thing going on with some guy out of South Africa. In his case, he's got an empty office. There ain't nobody in the office. There's nobody there. The office does not exist. That's somebody that's going to pay you? I don't think so. Come on now, let's be real. If they're not properly licensed, if a company is willing to go out on a limb and stretch their neck to get chopped off without proper licensing, that means they're not properly insured. Hello? This is not somebody you want to be doing business with. How can you, if they're going to circumvent the business laws in your jurisdiction, they're circumventing tax obligations, they're circumventing a whole lot of things, what makes you think they're going to pay you? I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm not saying that. But it has been proven in the last 7 years, it has been proven that every top-rate regional, let's look at the history, ladies and gentlemen. Berghorst Enterprises. She even went and got another business and went belly up in that. Oh, Heather, you. Wilson says hi. The Buckzex, same thing. A second rate. They were a second tier. Look, Numbers in this industry are regulated by the people at the top. And this is where I have a problem with everything going on right now, is the people at the top know that they're dealing with a nightmare. Fannie Mae knows because they're outsourcing this stuff. Fannie Mae needs to come and start opening back up local offices and let people do business. The madness in this industry is just that, ladies and gentlemen. It is madness, and I guarantee you, when it comes crashing down, which it's going to, July 5th is the next trial date on these independent contractor employee decisions, and what's going to happen with how payouts are going to work. And we'll touch on that before I get out of here today, too. So somebody sent me, quite a few of you have sent questions. But in regards to the Department of Labor yanking joint employer classification guidance, that's all it is. It does not touch the independent contractor employee sanctity of that issue, and it's not going to change anything. What it will change is how many people one guy can work for. That's joint employer. Joint employer. So don't get excited, NAMFS members, thinking you're off the hook, because you're not. Go read the article. I'll put the link in the description. www.law360.com. Right there, folks. Right there. DOJ. Department of Labor. Not the DOJ, the Department of Labor. Now, let's talk about the latest scam. Let's talk about the latest scam. Repeat it again. Mr. Klein is scamming again for profit, beating up labor. They said, hang on, I'm going to get the email out right now. I'm going to get the verbiage. I'm going to pull the verbiage up. I'm going to read it to you. This came from vendor management at Safeguard. Safeguard has refused to comment and has yet to return an inquiry. They don't want to comment on this because I got them by the short hairs. I'm telling you right now, I got them by the short hairs. Let me see here. It's in here somewhere. Hang on. Nope, that's not it. Maybe it's. So much stuff has come in. It's kind of crazy. Let me see if this is it right here. All right, here it is, right here. Please be advised that overgrowth around the property, foundation, fence lines, and outbuildings is considered shrubbery and should be invoiced at the established pricing when work order conditions allow. Everything else is considered part of the grass cut. Please reference the uploaded pricing models. We have also included example photos below. Remember, foliage less than 13 feet tall, regardless of trunk diameter, is considered a shrub per the Forestry Service. That is a lie. Forestry Service has no, per Forestry Service, that is a lie. A shrub is a type of plant. A tree is a type of plant. Hang on just a minute here, folks. Hang on just a minute here. Some trees are only 4 feet tall, but they're a tree. They're not a shrub. There's a difference, a huge difference, and this is a flat-out lie. This is to scam you out of money. This is to scam you out of money. Let's see here. Shrub, S-H-R-U-B, go. Gonna have to. I guess there's some beer named Shrub. How about that? I didn't know that. I did not know that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's see here. Shrub, S-H-R-U-B, just like in the letter there. A woody plant that is smaller than a tree and has several main stems arising at or near the ground. There's the definition, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Has several main stems arising at or near the ground. Several main stems arising at or near the ground. Let's look up tree. Let's look up tree. Get the definition of a tree. Da 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 da. Tree, a woody perennial plant typically having a single stem or trunk growing to a considerable height and bearing lateral branches at some distance from the ground. Let's see here. There you go. Definition of a tree. Some distance from the ground. Not at or near the ground. Some distance from the ground. Even a 6-foot tree has branches that start about 3 feet off the ground. 2 feet off the ground. There's a difference between a shrub. They are two different types of plants. Let me see here. Let's see if we can find, well, in order, I don't know if you know anything about plants, but plants, just like animals, have families, phylums, and they're all different kinds of things to define what they are and where they go in the hierarchy of the plant life and animal life and all that kind of stuff. There is a difference between a shrub and a plant, and the Forest Service has no definition defining a shrub under 13 feet tall. I call poppycock, and I challenge. You know what? They're flat out stealing from you. That's what they're trying to do to you right now. That's what Safeguard's trying to do. And if you think, if I'm lying, Klein, sue me, you prick. Sue me. I'm sorry, but that's a lie. That's cheating. That is uncalled for. There's absolutely no reason for you guys to try to beat labor out of money like that. That's poppycock hogwash. Again, the U.S. Forest Service has no definition of a shrub being something under 13 feet tall. There's no differentiate. There's nothing in the U.S. Forest Service. And oh, by the way, I talked to the U.S. Forest Service. We'll get the link in the description to the U.S. Forest Service. You can call them yourself and find out if in fact. And I would challenge, I want to see the regulation from the U.S. Forest Service that they're talking about there. The Forest Service doesn't regulate anything in a residential housing development. Why? All you idiots don't say screw you to Safeguard for a week is absolutely beyond me. You keep letting them push the envelope, letting them push the envelope, letting them push the envelope. You're a bunch of weak, sissy bastard implactors, and it's on you. The conditions that labor endures. Safeguard drives this industry. It's on you. Because labor endures what they do. They're all a bunch of implactors over there at Safeguard. A bunch of sissy bitch implactors. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The common sense people have all jumped ship on that. And the people who claim to be owed thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars, sue them. Stop whining. File a lawsuit. Z-Lane. Get a hold of Scott Wolf, Z-Lane. He'll get you squared away. He'll get the process started for you. Quit being stupid about this. If you're a business, if you have business license, if you're properly licensed, insured, etc., 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 act like a business and go get your money. And it'll stop. But until you guys do that, I'm sorry, man. You can't call them bitch to me. You can't send me emails, complain, oh, they're doing this, they're doing this. Have you filed a complaint with anybody? Have you talked to your district attorney? Have you talked to the state attorney general? Is the company not licensed in your state? Sue them. Just stop being goofy about it, man. Start coming together. International Association Field Service Technicians. They might be able to help. Give them a call. Go see the website. That's just me. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't mean to get negative on labor, but when you allow that to go on, it affects the entire industry. And there's still people out there scared that somebody's going to steal your work. Stand together and they won't be able to. Market Ready loses. HUD rescinds the award. Ooh. Guess they were worth just a little bit more than they claimed to be, huh? They were not a small business. See, I've always wondered, with HUD doing small business, how does PK management, how does any company nationwide be considered a small business? I don't get that. So I don't understand how AMS nationwide had a HUD contract. A to Z had a HUD contract. I don't understand this at all. I flat out do not understand this. And I guess there was, what else was going on with Market Ready? I guess they had millions of dollars in loans from Advantage Bank. And oh, that's what it is. Market Ready is A to Z. They put a new face on. Everybody at A to Z jumped ship, did Market Ready. So that's what's wrong with the industry, ladies and gentlemen. You got all these people committing crime, fiduciary crimes everywhere. Make no mistake about this. They got to sign stuff under the penalty of perjuries and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but when you sign a contract stating something, you just committed perjury if it's not true. Oh, hello. Let's see. You had Mitch Davison. Stephen Craig. Nicholas Schaefer. Sarah Neal. Mike Price. Jason Bowery. Trisha Fader. Christina Miller. Mike Bowling. All Market Ready. Anybody see the trend there, guys? Come on. Hello. Market Ready kind of rolled dice. They've committed crimes here. These are crimes. Jeff Sessions, hello, United States Attorney General. These are crimes. Department of Justice, these are crimes. With the HUD contract, that's against the federal government. We didn't do it. Who has them as a member? Oops. ForeclosurePD.org, ladies and gentlemen, ForeclosurePD.org, up to the minute fraud reporting in the property preservation industry. You got it. Up to the minute. Deutsche Bank been labeled a terrorist? Man, that's kind of some heavy stuff on Deutsche Bank. Yeah, there was the International Criminal Organization. Yeah, let me see. Ooh. Yeah, NAMFS, they got problems because their membership is really starting to cut. Here's what I don't understand. How is Altisource still putting out work with Deutsche Bank and Aquin having all the problems they're having? Where, who's paying for it? That's the part I'm curious about. What happens if Aquin's gone belly up and sold or whatever they did? I don't know. You got to look at that, huh? It just amazes me. Literally amazes me. Oh, and you can also I guess if you know what you're doing, you can just access Safeguard server at any time you want and do what you want. There you go, guys. Hey, all you guys that are getting beat by Safeguard, get yourself a kid out of school. They're one of them hacker guys to get in their system and readjust everything for yourself. They're cheating you. Why not cheat them? Don't do that. It's illegal. Cut it out. Don't be like them. But that's That's what can happen with Safeguard. They can go in there and steal your information. And if you've been dumb enough to give Safeguard all your proprietary business information, somebody can go in there and steal it and use it. And then you got nothing. That's how identity theft works. They go in there and steal stuff, and then you got nothing. Strategic Alliance Management has nothing. SAM, LLC, or whatever they call themselves. Empty building. That's what I'm talking about down there in Miami. Empty building. They got nothing. And I got a feeling that we're seeing back doors from all these major members of NAMFS. Look, A to Z, a good company at one time. Look what they just got through doing, man. Bad company now. They're not a good company anymore. They're a bad company. And I'm hearing that from a lot of people, that they're doing kind of scandalous CS kind of moves behind the people's back and stuff. And people say, hey, look, we got to get paid. You got to straighten this out. And then they terminate them and stuff like that. As I said, by matter of law, you're an employee. And you should be filing unemployment on these companies. The Shine and Shine and Company. PK Management is involved as a co-owner and a member of the National Association of Mortgage Field Services. This guy Shine, he's not a small business. He's involved in a contract. Bang. PK Management's right there. That's not a small business. How is this going on? And I guess we have to ask Mr. Miller, why, as executive director under your supervision, are you allowing criminal activity to continue every day? I'm sorry, Mr. Miller, but sooner or later, you got to sit down, you got to come to the table and talk to it, or you're going to end up going to jail. I mean, think about it. You can no longer say, I don't know. It can no longer be said, I don't know. The information's been out there since 2011 now that there's criminal activity going on with membership of National Association of Mortgage Field Services. It has been highlighted and compounded, and it gets going every day. There's another case going on. If I'm not mistaken, just a minute here, folks. If I'm not mistaken, I got some information the other day about a lawsuit against Northsight. Let me see. That's the Safeguard nonsense. Let me see here. This might be it here. Doopy-doopy-doo. Doot. Homestar Property Solutions and Homestar Field Services were sued by Rhymes Property Management and to the tune of $41,194.50 plus court expenses. That's a $45,000 ticket right there, ladies and gentlemen. Rhymes Property Management Incorporated, the plaintiff in the state of Minnesota. Plaintiff is entitled to the judgment sum of $41,194.50. March 13th, 2017. They got their money. Rhymes Property Management Incorporated. Business folk. They got their money, and they're business-oriented people. That's what you do when these companies do something to you, ladies and gentlemen. You go get your money. So I hear all this again. The charge backing. I'm getting all kinds of reports again. 1099 the money, ladies and gentlemen. Quit being stupid about it. Quit saying, well, I can't do this. How do I do? You fill the 1099 out and you send it to the IRS. Let them take care of it from there. Because that's what will happen, I guarantee you. Once they receive the 1099, they're going to look at this and go, huh? And when they call you up and they ask for clarification, and you say, well, I didn't know how to claim it on the thing. It's not a business loss because it was money they took over a job I did 2 years ago. That's all you got to say. Tell the truth. Don't lie, but 1099 it. And guess what? It will stop. 11-1 says it stops. I'll take any action. 11-1. You 1099 that issue, it stops. I give 99 to 1. I'll take all action. 10.99 and it stops. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Or as Jackie Gleason would say, I guarantee it. Yeah. But I guarantee, folks, it'll stop once the IRS starts getting wind of it. Until they get wind of it, until there's a paper trail, it continues. Just like safeguard with the 13-foot shrub. No such thing. There's hedges that are 13 feet. But the U.S. Forest Service does not define a shrub as something under 13 feet tall. You saw the definition of a shrub. Challenge that email. It is a lie. And it's a way to rip you off. It's just a way to rip you off. Let me see here. Let me go back because there was a couple other things on the safeguard issue that I saw. July 4th, or that's July 5th. That's on the trial. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There we go. More safeguard crap. More safeguard crap. Oh. Okay, wait a minute here. Let me see this here. And this is in the Property Preservation Company's Information Exchange Group. Please be advised. Oh, that's the overgrowth. Okay. As a result of this update, bids will no longer be accepted for overgrowth. You're getting cheated. You are getting cheated. It's a way for them to cheat you out of money while they bill for your services. Remember, you're never seeing what they bill. You never get to see what they bill. Aaron Davidian. Who is this from? They need to be told to take a hike. Kelly Brown, safeguard. Kevin Harrison said that's one of the many reasons we didn't go with safeguard. The list is too long to write down. Kevin, you are 110,000% correct. They cheat people every opportunity they get. I guess there's also an issue, something I saw something about, and I wanted to have it out, but I'm going to bring it back up in the wrap up. I'm going to find something from NAMFS that went on. I'm trying to find it. I know I sent it to myself so I could talk about it. But it had to do with receipts and HUD, if I remember correctly. And again, BLM REO. Hey, Property Preservation Forum, Property Preservation Talk, preservationtalk.com, preservationtalk.com. Great site. If anybody is listening and you're on that site, will you let the powers to be know? Send Cleanup Man an email with a new password. I got goofy devices. I can't get in the account right now. It's somehow the password, something happened. I don't know. But there's no thing on there for me to change my password. Ask them if they'll send me something, please. But they're talking about BLM, REO. Again, BLM is a bad company. Don't work for them, folks. Don't work for them. They're garbage. They're nonsense. They put contractors' lives in peril with the backfeeding crap, telling that HUD demanded it be done, etc., etc., etc. And it is illegal. It's not anything there. That's the tribunal. Good stuff coming up this week again, folks, on GMO Tuesday, of course, brought to you by Foothill Feed and Mercantile. We talked about the licensing information last week. If you need more information on that, look on the website. It'll be in the description on the right-hand side there, folks. You'll see Preservation Thursday underneath GMO Tuesday. Hey, that's for food. Boy, you know, I know I sent that to myself. I'm going to have to find it, folks. And over the weekend, I will. I'll get it out but it had to do with HUD wanting receipts for dump receipts. And again, If HUD is demanding a dump receipt from you, that's a reimbursable. You're their employee. Are you making for general labor? Are you making $22? Are you billing $21.45 an hour for general labor? Prevailing wage, HUD. Federal government, HUD. Do you got your benefits? Do you have bennies? Dump receipt, employee. Reimbursement, employee. Just saying. 20 bucks an hour. Not bad. Sure beats 10, huh? Prevailing wage, that's what you got to pay. That's what they have to pay. It's a government gig. I don't make those rules. They do. They wrote them, not us. Always keep that in mind. They wrote the rules, not us. We're just having to play by them. They want to change them every day. They can't do that either, man. They can't do that. Every time Safeguard sends one of those crap memos out that they just sent out that email, they have altered your contract without your approval, without your agreement. Always remember that. Contractual obligations consist of a mutuality of agreement, not them telling you what to do. Now, in closing, I spoke with one of the attorneys yesterday about the lawsuit. And I told him, I said, I don't understand why more people won't come forward in a class action setting to get reimbursed. And he goes, why do you think it is? I said, the one thing I hear, and I hear this all the time in the industry, folks, and I told him, I said, you're probably not going to like this, but the general consensus from everybody is the only people making money are the attorneys. And he goes, here's what you need to understand. And I know this for a fact. Our company did not invoice the same as other companies in the lawsuit with FAS. Okay? Didn't invoice the same. Not the same dollars. We invoice the same services, etc., but not the same dollar amount. For example, if there's a company invoicing $4 million a year, and then there's a company over here invoicing $400,000 a year, his numbers are going to be way different than the guy at $4 million. And in a class action lawsuit like this, each individual has different numbers. Each individual gets different types of compensation. Now, will they take and say, okay, you got to pay 75% of the total if it gets to a settlement into that area or whatever. But always remember that when you come to these numbers, there's a penalty on them because you got cheated. This isn't like a mesothelioma lawsuit where everybody's lumped into the class that it has a disease and there's 80 million people going to split $80,000. Do you see the difference? In this type of a class action lawsuit, each individual will have different numbers and have different results in that type of a lawsuit. So something to think about if you want to start talking to attorneys, if you can find attorneys, foreclosurepedia.org, ton of information. Alliday LLC, I got it over there too. It's over there too. AllidayLLC.com, ladies and gentlemen. Richmond, Virginia area. Women at Work Incorporated. That Kim Savage gal, she can get you squared away. If you got property maintenance needs, property management needs, it don't matter. She can handle it. She can get it all done for you. I believe it's 804. Where is that number? Hello there, Women to Work. Pop up. Come on. I got slow devices here, ladies and gentlemen. Slow devices. Don't want to work. 804-539-4333. Kim Savage. She'll get you squared away. She can help you out. You got property maintenance needs, property preservation needs. Girl's good too, man. Got a great QC program. I help. Shh. I'm kidding. And of course, fraud information. You can go to my website, see what's up new there. Preservation Thursday is video is always in the right-hand corner, ladies and gentlemen. If you have subject matter for Preservation Thursday, do not hesitate. Send me an email. Send me the information. You can also, anytime you get my inboxes blew up with this email from Safeguard this week. You get emails like that, let me know, folks. Let me know, because this is just insane, and what is going on is insane. And I got to give another plug to the International Association Field Service Technicians. Let's take a look at them, folks. And hey, nobody talking yet. When are you going to get in front of this, Mr. Miller? You got to start talking about it, or it's going to be too late. We don't want to see you talking to Dianne Feinstein in a senatorial investigation for fiduciary crimes, the membership of NAMFS. We want a happy solution here. Let's get in front of it. Let's start a dialogue. Let's do something here. Membership, NAMFS, ball's in your court. Brian Mingham. How's NRES going to handle this? And what is the attitude? What is the mindset over there at the International Association of Field Service Technicians? People are all asking, but nobody's talking. When are we going to start talking? Got a comment? Leave it in the comment below. You like what you hear? Hey, thumbs up are cool. They're always cool because they ring a bell and all that kind of good stuff. And, oh, wow, somebody, you get a notification and you're looking at, well, what's that about? Oh, God, somebody's liking my stuff. That's all, someone's saying thanks. It's kind of groovy. And if you can donate on the website, there's a donate button right above the video link there. We can use all the help we can get right now. Things still a little slow. Physically, I'm not able to do a lot. I'm out of the brace. I do a little medical update, folks. I do get to start working slow. I've started the rehab work, yoga exercises and stuff back up, about 75% of my mobility. They're saying I'm probably going to only end up with 85 to 90% when it's all said and done, because the bone healed in a triangular shape, and I may not be able to touch my forehead on my knees ever again. I call poppycock, because that is my goal, to be able to stretch enough to put the forehead back on the knees without bending them. You bet, you'll see, because when I do it, there's going to be a video. You can bet on that. You can bet on that. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope it's great day where you are. I'm not going to. People have asked me to comment on what I see going on with the government, because they know I'm in different fields, and I see how the government interacts in the food and the science issue and the banking issues and all this stuff. And I really, I do appreciate that people will enjoy my opinion, value my opinion. I may do just a independent podcast, but I try to keep the politics out of the preservation, try to keep the politics out of the GMO as far as my opinion goes, and just point out the facts that our EPA has done this, or the USDA did this, the Department of Labor did this, Urban Housing Development did this, stuff like that. I don't really want to get into the he said, she said, but I might just, my disdain for politics, I may do a thing, I'm not sure, so don't hold your breath, but I might. And I do sincerely appreciate all the inquiries on that, as far as people asking about it, my opinion and stuff, that you would even ask my opinion. I'm humbled. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate that. And like I said, if you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. All that kind of stuff helps us out. It helps us in development, negotiations with radio stations and whatnot, talking to radio stations. Got a question about advertising? Want us to be a sponsor or something? Give us a call. You two could be like Kim Savage. I could flirt with you on the airwaves and talk to you. Well, not if you're a fella. I don't, I'm not into all that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a fantastic day. Let's have a great time. Let's all be safe out there.